Hola a todos, hola profesor.
Hola chicos, hola Dinara, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, profesor. Te echo de menos.
Sí, yo también, Dinara.
So it's my new phrase. Guys, please write me that I'm smart, intelligent for memorizing a new phrase. Okay, what are we going to study in Tema 53?
53. Yes, so in this tema, we are going to start with verbs, reflexive verbs, right? So we will use different personal pronouns.
As you noticed at the beginning of this lesson, I said te hecho.
Te hecho.
So this is very confusing to the English-speaking people.
Yes. So let's see how it's it, right? Okay, what is reflexive verbs? Reflexive verbs are those verbs whose direct object is the same as it's the subject. So, for example, I wash myself. It's like myself. Wash whom or what? Myself, right? So this is reflexive verbs. So that's what it means. So in Spanish, we have this finish, this ending, right? This ending, se, for reflexive verbs. But we also know from the previous videos that in Spanish, we have three endings too, ar, er, ir, right? So to that, we are going to add just se, right? Levantarse, atreverse, aburrirse, right? Levantarse, wake up, atreverse, dare,
Sorry?
aburrir,
Atreverse, what does it mean?
dare,
Dare. Okay.
and aburrirse, bored, to be bored, right? So for these verbs, the end se is going to change.
Professor, I have a question. I don't understand reflexive verbs, what it is. This term, I don't know. Please try to explain to me that I'm a kid.
Okay, so for example, in English, to express that, use myself, for example, or yourself. And this is, for example, when we try to mention that I am doing the action and the action is going to be to me, turns to me.
Okay.
Yes, for example, we have shape. Yes.
Shave.
Shave, right, sorry. We have shave, the verb shave. So we can shave our dad or we can shave ourselves, right? So this is reflexive when we do this, the verb, the action, and turns to us. For example, today I shave myself.
So in English we say myself and you say me.
Me.
In that case, it's easy.
It depends. It depends of who is doing the action, right?
But myself, it's me.
Yes. So, for example, the verb, the conjugation of the verb is going to be the same as in the indicativo, right? Levantar, levanto, levantas, levanta, levantamos, levantáis, levantan. It's the same, exactly the same. But se is going to be at the beginning. So it's going to change the position. So you see we have se here and it changed to the beginning. And also we have to be careful about the person, right? So as we are talking about yo, tú, él, or ellos. We have me for yo, te for tú, se for usted, él, ella, ustedes, ellos. So we have four se. Nos for nosotros, I think it's easier to remember that one. And os for vosotros, right? And always is going to be the same. Mete, se, nos, os. Is it clear that?
Yes, very clear.
Okay.
So not to be confused, we need to look at verbs endings, right?
Yes. But, not all the verbs are reflexive when we use mete, se. Sometimes we will use these personal pronouns, but the verb is not reflexive. For example, gustar, like. Yes, gustar doesn't finish with se. No es gustarse, gustar. But we say me gusta. I like it. Okay, but we will say that later. Let's see some examples. ¿Te atreves a venir al lago? Do you dare to come to the lake? So we use atreverse. En verano no nos aburrimos nunca. Summer we don't get bored. We don't get
Bored.
bored.
Mhm.
We don't get bored. Never.
Mhm.
Never get bored. And also we can say Ana se levanta a las 7, right? Ana, she wakes up at 7, right? In this case, this verb is going to be exactly as indicativo. So, for example, for the irregular verbs. So, if you remember, we have different types of irregular, right? For example, when e changed to ie, let's see, divertirse, just to have fun, right? So here we use me divierto, te diviertes, se divierte, and so on, right? With the exception for nosotros and for os, vosotros, right? So we have y e. When e changed to e, vestirse, to wear something, right? Me visto. Other verbs like this one, like this example with e, for example, arrepentirse.
Regret.
To regret, yes, yes. Despertarse, despertarse, wake up. So we will use the same for despertarse and levantarse.
As I understand, are they synonyms, or despertarse is to wake up, to be awake, and levantarse to
from the bed.
go, yeah.
Yes. So we can say then that despertarse is to wake up.
And levantarse is to go out from the bed, kind of, right?
And defenderse is to defense.
To protect?
Yes, protect or defense.
To what?
Defense.
To defend.
Defend. Right. So we have when e changed to e. Right? Vestirse, for example, to wear clothes, for example. Me visto.
Vestirse, what does it mean?
Wear.
To wear clothes, for example.
For example, me visto, te vistes, se viste. Right? It's the same. So it's just e changed to e. Or with when o changed to ue. Acostarse. This is lie. No.
To go to bed?
To go, yes. To go to bed. So we'll use acostarse to go to bed. For example, me acuesto. Te acuestas. Right? Se acuesta. The same. Another verb as this one is dormirse. Right? This is to sleep. Okay. For example,
dormirse means to sleep or to dream, right?
No. To dream is another one. Soñar. So we have these verbs that only change these vocals, or we have the other one that change at all, right? Ponerse, right? Or it's also like to wear something. Me pongo, te pones, se pone, right? And so on. Nos ponemos. Okay, let's see how this verb can be used. So as I already mentioned that it turns to any person, right? For example, let's see with the verb to wash. Luis se lava, right? So we will use lavarse, right? Wash. Luis se lava. So he wash himself.
So if we translate, Luis himself washes.
Wash, right. Also shave. He himself shaves. And he wears some clothes, right?
Luego, then, yeah?
Yes, then himself wear something.
Puts on clothes, yeah?
Yes. So this is when the person do the action. But also it can be used when with any part of your body or with clothes. For example, siempre me lavo la cara con agua fría. Right? I always wash my face with cold water.
Mhm.
Here we use me lavo. And
Mhm.
me lavo what? The face.
Mhm.
Right? Los niños se manchan mucho la ropa. Stain. Okay.
Munch and eat.
Manchan.
Mhm.
Stain.
Stain.
Los niños se manchan mucho la ropa.
Mhm.
The kids stain a lot. A lot the clothes.
A lot of clothes. Mhm.
Right? And Laura se pinta las uñas, for example. Right? Laura herself paints the Laura herself paints
The nails.
the nails. And Luis se plancha sus camisas.
Mhm.
So Luis himself irons. Luis himself irons his
Shirts.
shirts. Right.
Okay, guys, it's easy to understand because we also in English have herself, himself, myself, and so on. And so Spanish is also an analytical language as English. As we see, there is strict position of words in sentences. And thankfully to Stephen, grammar is clear, Spanish grammar, the Spanish grammar, because he knows English very well, and he can compare these two grammars. And thank you, we appreciate. And Romans said in the past that how many languages you know, so many personalities live in you.
Yeah.
So obviously he doesn't mean that a psychological condition, yeah. He means that you understand so many mentalities of different cultures, different countries, and it's very not only interesting, it's very actual because of our globalized world. Obviously, there are some conflicts, but those conflicts are among politicians, not among common people like us. So we are very proud of you that you study Spanish, that you're interested in different cultures, and please share these videos with everyone who can be interested in studying Spanish. Gracias. Adiós. Gracias. Gracias. Adiós, amigas y amigos.
Vale, adiós a todos, chicos.